this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with a huge Etsy restock. I think it's probably the biggest restock that I've done ever. So it's probably going to take home place over a couple of videos at least. So I'm going to kind of go through each of the items, you know, one at a time. So for this video, what I've got, if I just move these couple of bits to one side, I did my bound paper pads a few weeks back, and I only had 2 of them, and they kind of did really well, and, you know, touch wood, the ladies were really pleased who bought them. So I have made another couple, well, I've made 4, and I've got 2 different designs. So I'm going to show you them sort of, you know, one design and then the other design. So I'm going to show you this one first. So I do have 2 people actually waiting in line already for, you know, when I was next making these. So I don't know, you know, they may be 2 of them might have sold by the time this video goes up. But there should still be 2 actually available. So this one here is sort of Roses Are Red theme. And basically you have got the Roses Are Red background papers. So that's all of those. The entire set. You've got some of my fussy cut roses there, and then you've got some of my dominoes, which again they pick up the roses theme, so really nicely hopefully coordinated. And then you've got my vintage tickets, again the ones with the roses. This is all printed on, I think this is 180 GSM cardstock. It's ultra smooth. It's not glossy, but it's ultra smooth surface. So you really do get a lovely, lovely quality print. And then at the front of here, you've got also all of the ephemera pieces from the Roses Are Red ephemera kit. So it's 27 pages that you get in this paper pad altogether. Now, I have thermal bound this with my binding machine. So you get it in a nice kind of pad form. But I do want to just point out, obviously this is thermal bound, and I know I said this last time, but to tear your pages out, you're going to need to fold this right the way back and kind of break the spine to be able to tear your pages out. If you just try and tear them out like this without kind of doing that, you're going to risk tearing your pages, which some of them might not be too bad because you might have an edge. But for instance, the background pages themselves, you really want to kind of fold it and squash it open and kind of tear them from the spine. Otherwise, you're going to end up with torn pages. So that's the Roses Are Red bound paper pads. 2 of those. So I'll put those to one side. Then the next item, again, they're just kind of exactly identical. These are actually 28 pages. And again, the other lady who kind of requested that I did some more, she had requested the English Country Garden background pages were included. So you have the complete set of those in here. And again, it's printed on that lovely, thickish, very good quality, nice smooth paper. So the colours are really vibrant, really gorgeous, and it feels like really nice quality paper. Then she requested some bird themed pieces. So you have got some bird themed pieces from my my Chasing Rainbows, note cards and envelopes. So you have got those, which I think actually kind of look quite nice against the English Country Garden. So I've tried to kind of make these quite nice coordinating pads. So you've got the note cards and, as I say, the envelopes. And then you've got a page of my fussy cut birds, which again, you know, will coordinate nicely with everything. And then I've included my bird houses, which again, they've got lots of nice florals and the birds and things, obviously. And then you've got 3 pages of fussy cut roses. So you've got really lots of florals and things to play with in here. And then you've got the English Country Garden florals as well, all for fussy cutting as well. So, you know, lots of options there to be able to make ephemera, make, you know, snippet rolls and clusters and things like that, because you've got, you know, lots and lots of different bits to choose from here. You've got your note cards, your journaling cards, your envelopes and things. You know, you could use these envelopes, cut out the shape and use the shape to then cut more envelopes from here and make, you know, your own envelopes from these papers. You've got a lot of options, I think, with these paper pads, and yeah, the colours are just beautiful. So yeah, that's the other set. As I say, there's 28 pages in this set and there's 27 pages in the others. So 2 of each of those. So they're the first item that's kind of listed in my shop. Then the next item, and this is a kind of trial item. I haven't ever sold things like this before, but I do get a lot of ladies emailing asking where do I get my laces and things like that. So I have managed to buy some lace and things from sort of a wholesale company, I guess, you know, very recently, in, you know, the last couple of weeks, so that I can hopefully share some of my laces and things with you guys. So what I've done is I've created these nice like lace spools, and I have wrapped around various laces. So these are just some of my favourite laces that I like to use. So you've got some of that lovely crochet, the wide crochet lace, some of the narrow crochet lace, some of that gathered gorgeous lace. You've got some flat lace there, some white crochet there, which again, I mean, that coffee dyes beautifully. And then you've got some of this lace here. And then I also included a couple of the trims of flowers. I think I'm right in saying that these are about approximately 1 metre of each lace. And then the flowers, I did 20 flowers of each colour. So you've got 20 of the blue and 20 of the pink. So yeah, that's the lace pack. I think there's like eight spools, you know, so 8 items all together in there. So I'll just see how that goes. Again, you know, I don't know whether these things would be of interest, but, you know, I'm more than happy to kind of be able to share my items with you, you know, if it goes well. So that's that one. Then the next item is I've got my floral folio, which we worked on this quite a bit together in videos. So I will do a kind of look through this. So the closure is this gorgeous flower, which is stuck on the front, and you've got this kind of doubled over ribbon, and it just wraps around that flower like that. And you can kind of tuck it under the petals and it will just wrap around a couple of times like that. Okay, so that is glued underneath that flower. So you've got the whole length of ribbon that kind of comes out to the side. So you've got obviously this fabric flower here with the Diamante centre. You've got lots of lace. You've got obviously this lovely paper flower here, some lace here. And then you've got a couple of envelopes which open out. And then you've got, I kind of think this is like a double cover. So this is kind of your front cover. And then when you fold the 2 envelopes back, to me, this feels like it's another cover, which I absolutely just love, love, love how this cover looks. It just looks so pretty. The papers, these ones are from the Edwardian Emporium papers that are listed in my shop. You've got one of my book plates there, one of my fussy cut butterflies, some labels and things. And you've just got sort of a mix of papers and things. So tucked in here in the first envelope, I just popped in a little flippy pad. So this is actually made from fly sheets, you know, from a book. So that just goes in there. It's just been stitched across at the top, and then I've just put some lace on there. So that's, you know, some journaling space there. You've got some pink doily in there as well. It's all been distress inked up, you know, the whole lot. So it looks nice and vintage and yummy, and yeah, really, really nice. Then here you've got kind of a double pocket going on. So you've got a flip up here. I think actually this is also a pocket. So if you wanted to, you know, pop something else in there, just having a look around, I'm going to pop that in there because that just fits nicely. So you've got, a flip up here, journaling space there. You've got a pocket here, so you've got journaling space there. Then you've got pocket behind. So just popped in a journaling card there, and that tucks in here. And then you've got this pocket here, which I just made a little flippy kind of matchbox book, and that just tucks in, tucks in like that. Again, from the Edwardian Emporium papers, it just says "You shall go to the ball," and that just tucks in there. And then turning that envelope over, you've got vintage sheet music, more papers and some lace and things. And then tucked in here, I made one of those little pockets that we did in the mass making. So this is one of the Joey DeFee pockets. So tucked in the top, I just put a journaling card in there. So that's just a kind of printable that goes in there like that. And then you've got a pocket here. And then I just thought this was quite nice as a decorative detail. I just kind of attached this tag with an eyelet. It just moves out the way. So you've got a little, you know, journaling label here. Then you've got some things layered up here, and then just move that out of the way. And you've got another little tag or journaling card just tucked in there like that. So I love how that looks. And of course, with most of these things that are included in here, I mean, you could either use them in here, i.e., you know, journaling on the couple of pieces and tucking them all back in. Or, of course, you could take this out. Oh, you've got journaling space on there as well, forgot to say, on the back if you were leaving this like this. Or you could take these out and you could actually attach this into another journal. So you've got sort of a couple of options. And, and then you've got a little pocket here down the side, which, again, I appear to have not put anything in there. So, oh, let me see whether I've got anything that's just going to be ideal. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Got some of my coffee dyed note cards. I don't know whether they'll be small enough. Yep, hopefully that one. So I'll just put that, oops, just put that one in there like that. So that's kind of more journaling space for you. That just tucks in here like this. This was a bit of a labour of love because I kind of started it, then I moved on to something else, I went back to it. So it's taken me several weeks to make this, but yeah, I love how it turned out. So that's the front of it. And then we then open it up. I love how this looks. It's just so pretty. So we've got a pocket here, and I just attached a little journaling card with a flower there. And then you've got some lace trim down here. And then we can open it up. Obviously it's quite big now, so I'm struggling to fit it in, but tucked in here, which is a pocket here, you've got a sort of mini journaling, or mini journal, I suppose. So I've just layered up some things on the front, and then you've got, did I do a pocket? Oh, I've done another pocket there. So again, let me just grab another journaling card. Oh, it's so handy doing my videos from here, because when I was downstairs, I obviously wouldn't have had anything to be able to pop in pockets when I forget. So you've got a pocket there. I love how this looks with the pretty lace. And then you've just got some scrappy kind of journaling pages. This one has got a bit torn during the kind of food dyeing process, but I've popped it in because I think it looks nice anyway. And it's just been stitched down the middle with the sewing machine. So again, a few more pages. Another pocket in the back, so let me grab another journaling card. Wow. This is obviously because I've done this over several weeks. You know, you kind of then forget what bits you've done and what you haven't. So you've got 2 journaling cards in this little journal, and obviously your pages. So love how that looks, and it's quite squishy because I actually made it from doubled up copy paper, so it feels, you know, it's got a nice squishy feel. This on the front actually I think is a pocket as well, so you could put something in there as well. I'm not going to because, oh, yep, I can. I was going to say it might not fit in, but actually that one's fine because obviously I didn't want it getting squashed because it just slots then into this pocket here on the edge. I just have to be careful I don't destroy the butterfly. So that fits in that pocket. Then you've got a little paper clip holding this closed, and this is another just kind of journaling space there, just opens out. And then I just pop that closed with the paper clip. Okay, and then moving along, you've got another kind of flippy out piece. Now, this one has got one of those little flippy closure things. So that's there. And then you've got another flippy out here. So in here, you've got a pocket with a little journaling card. You've got a pocket in this side. Again, another little journaling card there. And then you open this out. An envelope here with another journaling card like that. That goes in there. And then here you've got another great big pocket. So I love how this looks. This is my Victorian Florals Set 2 papers. So I've tried to mix the papers up and the kits up and things quite a lot in this journal. So I've got this journaling card here, and then I've got here, this is one of those kind of transparency films printed out piece with a flower there. So I thought that looked really cute in here. And then you've also got another pocket down here, and I just popped in just a little ticket. You've got some lace there on the bottom. So this all closes back up and then is held closed with that little Ujmi flip thing. So that's that. And then when we open it up, you've got then obviously the back side of that envelope. So again, layered it up with some bits. And then tucked in there, this is just one of those little, you know, journaling book things from an envelope. So again, you've got various pages there for journaling. And then tucked in the front, you've just got another journaling card there. So that all goes in here. I had great fun making this, I have to say. But because it dragged on over so many weeks, I really can't remember that much about what I've done and what I haven't. So yeah, then you've got another kind of double pocket effect going on here. So you've got a paper clip here, oops, which is holding this little flip closed. So you've just got, it actually flips down, but I'm not sure I can fit that in the camera. And then you've just got this little decorative piece there. Then, I mean, you could always put more journaling space here if you wanted. And then that just, oh, again, just clips shut with the paper clip. Then tucked in, so this is a pocket, tucked in there, you've just got a little envelope there. So again, you could just pop a note card into the envelope. Then you've got another pocket. Now this pocket is made from the masterboard of some collage paper. Love how this looks, and I've just got some lace there. So that goes in here. And then tucked in the back, I've got that large tag, which we made on video. And then I've got another flippy piece. So again, this is an envelope. So you've got a label here, which again, actually there's even a little tuck spot here. And when you open the envelope, I'm struggling to fit this in, I'm sorry. You've got another journaling card here. So that just, oops, tucks back in there. And then you've got another pocket here, so another journaling card just tucked in there. I love all the papers here. I mean, it was quite an eclectic mix for me, you know, because I am quite matchy-matchy, but I love how this turned out. I really think the florals all just look gorgeous together. And that just closes like that. And then we put the tag back into that top pocket, and that's what holds this flap then closed. Okay, so then we go back over. And now on this side, I hope that it's all in video, you've got a kind of double flip here. So you've got journaling space here and then a smaller piece with journaling space there. And again, this is another piece of that collage, masterboard collage page. I love how that looks so much. So I think I did this on video and I really didn't want to cover it all up. So we just put this massive pocket here in there, and that's also kind of been collaged in the same papers. So it really, you know, looks nice and complimentary. And then tucked into there, just put another few journaling cards there. So it's a nice big pocket. So they all just go in like that. And then I also just made one of those long flap kind of envelopes. So pretty, really, really pretty one. And again, I obviously have forgotten to put a journaling card in there. Oops, let me just grab my cards out and see that I've got one that's small enough to go in there. So again, I'm just going to pop that in there. So that also fits in that pocket nicely. So that's that side. Now, just have to remember how to fold this in. So you fold it in like this. Yep, fold it in like that, okay? And then when you fold it over, so you've got another pocket here on the end, and tucked in there, oops, I just made a sort of like a paper bag, I guess. Just again from some of those Edwardian Emporium papers. I just love how it looks, and I just literally stapled on a couple of scraps of lace with a little number tab. Just kind of simplicity really, but I mean sometimes just, you know, simple is all you need, because things just stand out, you know, looking beautiful sort of as they are. And then I just tucked inside of that just one of my little invoice printables. It's all been coffee dyed, and that just tucks in there. This was actually double-sided printed, so the inside of this is lovely too. And that just then tucks back in. So that, as I say, just slots in this kind of secret compartment almost, because it's, you know, just on the sort of edge there. And then going over kind of the back, you've got one of my just Handmade by Shabbydabbydoodah labels there. And then we open the folio out. So, I mean, there's a lot to this folio, to be honest. So on this side, you've got here another flap. So again, with a journaling card just tucked in there. Another one of my book plates. And all of these bits of ephemera, they're from my Victorian ephemera pieces, set 1. And then here, this is an envelope. I've got this lace trim. I didn't really decorate it up too much because, to be honest, it's very, very busy with everything else. And I just thought, actually, this looked really nice, just kind of keeping it quite simple with just a little touch of decorative paper, a dictionary definition, and just this lace. And then, because I've lined the envelope with the Victorian florals, when you take it out, you know, it continues that floral decorative appearance. So just tucked into that envelope, again, I've just got a piece of the Edwardian Emporium papers, and I just literally, I've kind of folded it in 3. It's double-sided, so it's just gorgeous, and I've really inked it up on the creases, so it looks really quite nice and vintage. And then I just glued some lace down the side, so it just, you know, it just has this really, really nice effect. Oops, that lace is just coming up a little bit. So let me just quickly glue that down, because if I don't do it straight away, I will just forget. So there we go. Okay, that just slots in there like that. And then here again, I think I maybe did this on video, and we've just got one of those policy envelope type closures, which I love. And then this opens, and then in here we've got a kind of flippy pad going on here with some doily and, you know, various coffee dyed pages, some food coloured pages like that. So quite a bit going on. And then you've got another pocket here, which, would you believe, I've now forgotten another journaling card. Honestly, this is not good to do things and come back to them, is it? Because obviously I then forgot that pocket was there myself. So I've put a journaling card in there now, and obviously you could journal on, you know, the what I would call the doors itself as well. So lots and lots of room for journaling. And then you've just got one of my book plate pieces and one of my numbers and things like that. So this just then wraps back around like that. And then moving over, so here obviously you've got another pocket, and tucked in there I just made, what did I make? Right, I've got an altered paper clip here. So this is quite a fancy paper clip. It's like a double kind of paper clip, if you see what I mean. So I've got a stamped image here, and then just some background page and some numbers and things there. It's all got lace, and the paper clip is obviously hidden inside there. Now the paper clip, the purpose of it is because this is a flippy pad, and I wanted to just make sure it was kind of held shut. So that's why that's on there. So the flippy pad itself, you've got a little piece of doily, and then you've got just various pages on there. So, you know, more room for journaling. Oops. Oh, come on. Like that. And then under there you've got a pocket where, again, I just popped a journaling card in there. Love how that looks with the lady and things. Just looks very elegant. So that just pops in there. And then on the other side, again, I just did a pocket with another journaling card. Again, I mean, really doesn't have very much kind of going on this pocket, but it just looks so elegant. I just used one of those book plates there as like a belly band for this frame, and doesn't that just look so gorgeous? And this was, you know, doing some of the stamping techniques where, you know, that we did a few days ago, where we stamped on some decorative papers. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And actually the same with this. So these are the stamped pieces on the decorative papers, and they look brilliant, don't they? And that just goes in there. So again, I mean, you could take that out if you wanted, and ooh. Well, that's if it's not lost under my desk, obviously, first. No, it's not lost. But you could take that out and you could put that into another journal if you wanted, you know. So you've got kind of scope to move things around from here. So I love how that looks. And then it all just then clips on the side with the paper clip, which obviously then holds that flippy pad closed and, you know, stops it kind of coming up and getting damaged. That all goes into that pocket. I have to be careful because it's quite a, you know, quite a bulky piece. Perhaps it would be better going that way. Oh, sometimes you get things in and then struggle to get them back in. Okay, then you've got some lace here to reinforce the spine. And then going on this side, you've got, what have you got? Aha, right, okay, I couldn't remember for a minute. So you've got another pocket here, which has a pocket here with a journaling card. Now this journaling card here is holding this piece shut. So when it's in, it's kind of, you know, closed. When you take it out, obviously this bit opens, and then you've got some more journaling space here. And then tucked into this pocket, I just did then another little kind of foldy. Again, this is, you know, been folded over kind of thing with the copy paper. So it's got a really nice sort of squishy feel to it. I just put this lady on with the label and the lace. It just, to me, looks so, so pretty. And then tucked into the inside pockets, I used one of my masterboards again, and I just made this very cute tag, you know, very simple, but really pretty. Backed it onto some coffee dyed paper. And you've got two different types of lace in here, which looks really pretty. And then I used another part of the collage masterboard and just made a very simple journaling card there, again, backed onto coffee dyed paper, and that just slots in there. So that all goes into this pocket here. This closes and it's held shut, as I say, with that journaling card. So, you know, it's a massive, massive folio, and it's actually, you know, I mean, although it looks reasonably contained, I think, when it's closed up like this, it's got lots and lots of foldy flips and, you know, interesting details and things like that. So that's also obviously available in my shop. I'm going to just move that off to the side for a minute. Okay, and then probably last item I'm going to do in this video, and then I will do the other couple of things in another video, because I've also got some kits and the potluck paper packs and things like that for sale as well. So this is a ring bound journal. Let me give you the measurements. So it measures just over 6 inches by about 8.5. It's obviously, you know, black and white or black and ivory in its theme. Very, very vintage looking. Now on the rings, so it's been obviously held together with the big rings that I like to use. We've got some lace here just dangling off. And then here I used a vintage bulb pin, and I've used some of those beautiful little Varimontes that I've received in Happy Mail, which I'm not actually sure whether that video has gone up yet with the Happy Mail, but it's a Tim Holtz Varimonte piece, but isn't it just gorgeous? So that's on there. Now the closure for this is actually some lace, which is literally just bulldog clipped. So this is a fabric flower that I've made. It's kind of made with some velvet and some lace and got some pearl trim. And then I've attached a bulldog clip on the back, which then clips these two pieces of lace like that. Just wrap them over and then just clip them together with the bulldog clip, and that's your closure. Okay, so the closure itself, obviously, as I say, it's just this length of lace which has been coffee dyed. It's really, really lovely. It coffee dyed brilliantly. So that's that. Now the front and back covers, they are you know, hard covers. I'm pretty sure that I used book covers for these. I can't actually remember, but I feel like I used book covers for these. So it's a sort of hard front and back cover. And then I covered the whole lot with some sheet music. And then I covered the back with all of this gorgeous black lace. Again, I've just got one of my Handmade by Shabbydabbydoodah labels down the bottom. And then on the front, again, all covered with lace, kind of got a collage effect going on with different laces and things. And then I used one of those gorgeous strips that I made from just the brown paper bag, and a little fabric piece that I've stamped on, and that's all been kind of zigzag stitched. And then some lace here with one of my little book plates, and then one of those butterflies and some diamante. So really pretty cover. And then going into the journal itself, I know that I've said this loads of times, I absolutely love doing ring bound journals because you can just really go to town with them, because it doesn't matter obviously how chunky that they get. So I really have a lot of fun doing ring bound journals. So on the inside of the front cover, I've covered it with some scrapbooking paper. I've got one of my little fabric flowers down here. I've got some lace, obviously some more lace down the side. And then here I've got a pocket with a little long, you know, long flap envelope on there. I've got lots of layering going on here. I've got some tea bag and, you know, a beautiful sort of architectural image, some lace and diamante, one of my number tabs, and then tucked in here. So I've stamped and things on here, trying to make it look quite grungy. And then I've just got one of my vintage photograph printables tucked in there. And then obviously I've just finished off the bottom with all that lace hanging out, so it looks really pretty. And then that is a pocket behind, which is kind of tucked behind, hidden. Now, oh no, it's not. Again, because I've done this a couple of weeks ago, it's really hard to remember what you've done. So this is a flip up, which tucks obviously into the pocket, and that's how that stays closed. So when you flip this up, this is then another pocket. So the journaling card here slots in there, oops, in there like that, and then this folds back down and tucks into the pocket. Oops, I feel like I need to actually send instructions even to myself to look through this, because I can't remember what I've done. So that's the inside front cover. Then on the following page, you've got, or on the facing page, you've got one of those policy envelope closures, and that is just holding closed this kind of foldy flip thing, which actually folds out both ways like that. You've got almost like a sort of fabric tipping going on there, and underneath there you've got a label that's a pocket, and that's just got a stamped image in there. So then when you open this out, it opens this way. You've got some lines and you've got a label there. And then you've got a pocket beneath that, which you've got a little printable. Got lots of layered up things going on here and some lace and bling. And then you've got a journaling card here in the side. So that just tucks in there. And then it also opens obviously this way as well. So lots of journaling space there. And then that just wraps around. You've got some velvet trim in a ruffle with some diamante on there as well. And then going over, we've got a pocket here, which again, it's kind of quite a substantial sort of pocket in terms of embellishing. So it was scrapbook paper that I've kind of layered up like various laces and bits and pieces, some buttons, all sorts of things, and some string down there just for decorative effect. And then up here, you've got stamped image of a postcard with one of my little fabric stamp kind of pieces on there and some ribbon. So that's just a little pocket at the top. So you've got a round tag in there, and then here I just enclosed some just printable paper, like a sort of letter almost, that would tuck into there. And then on the facing page, you've got again one of the Patricia Varimontes book page pockets. So that's, I've attached a flip, you know, to the top of that, and in there you've just got a pocket with a journaling card. You've got some flowers, lace, bling, what have you, and then tucked in here at the back you've just got a journaling card there, lots of more sort of collaging and layering going up at the top, and then you've also just got one of those kind of flippy pads with some scraps of paper there, so that goes in there. And then going over the page, we've got here another pocket with a sort of flip out. So I'll just check that I'm in frame enough. Again, with just some layering and stamping and things. One of my freebie butterflies there, and some lace trim. Lace trim here with some bling. I love how this looks. It just looks really pretty. And then, I mean, the stripe to me, that feels very, I don't know, Victorian, Edwardian. It just goes really nicely with the browns and things in this. And then tucked in here, we've just got one of those flip downs, and I've used a magnet to act as a closure for that. So again, more sort of journaling space in there, and that's just from some of that craft coloured card, but it looks really pretty, I think. And then above there, you've got just an envelope closure pocket, which again, I seem to have now not put anything in that one, so I'm running out of things to put in now. Oh, honestly, you can never have enough things, can you? So right, I'm going to have to put this one in, so I'll just tuck that one in there, and that just closes there. And then tucked in the top of that, you've got another sort of envelope, which it's got again just a little sort of journaling card there, so that just Oops, that just closes down there like that. And you've got just a flower on the flap and things, dictionary definition. So that just tucks in there. This one tucks in here like that, and that closes. Then here you've just got, again, I made this with just some more of that craft card, layered up various different things, and then I made it into a sort of pocket. Actually, no, this wasn't craft card, so sorry. This was an actual greetings card. So exactly the same, but I just kind of folded it inside out, if you see what I mean, because the inside happened to be craft coloured. So on the inside is the actual greetings card, but obviously you can't really see that. And then tucked in there, I just made another sort of flippy book with some scrap pages there. So love how that looks. Oops, bit of paper stuck in there. So yeah, really nice, just stapled together, that one. That just goes in like that. And then when you turn it over, you've just got more kind of decorative details going on the back. Love how that looks. Then I've given you some plain pages for journaling, got some lace and just some stamping in the corners. So yeah, journaling space there. And obviously the beauty of the ring bound journal, if you weren't happy with the layout, you could always, you know, switch around the pages to get it how you prefer it. This is an envelope which I've just kind of made into a pocket that, you know, just actually goes on the rings. Again, just kind of stamped up and layered up some various bits. Love, love, love how this looks. And then it's got some lace. Now, it feels like this is possibly empty. Oh, I'm trying to, again, remember what's in there. No, nothing's in there. So, oh, again, let me try and find something else. Obviously, this is because I had done these things during the, you know, last couple of weeks of the lockdown, or the last few weeks of the lockdown. So they've been waiting for my daughter to kind of go back to school, and I haven't obviously looked at them since. So now I can't really remember what was what. Now I've got this huge journaling card, which is from a vintage book, which I've just kind of backed onto some coffee dyed paper. I'm not sure whether this is going to actually fit, but I'd love it if it did. No, it's too wide. So I have a few of these because I really like to just make sort of, you know, what feels a bit like mock photographs. So let me just grab out another. Oh, here we go. Isn't that cute? Gorgeous. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Whoops. Maybe there was something in there. Hold on. Is there something in there? No. No, there wasn't something in there. Right, okay, so that's in there now. And just at the top, I just attached one of my little tabs there, just as a decorative detail. Looks really pretty. And then obviously collaged up some more things on the back, and this was from a vintage magazine. So more blank pages there for journaling, and more there. And then this one, again, another blank page for journaling. And I just then took one of my platform number 2 pages. It's been coffee dyed. I just thought, you know, color wise, this just was perfect with this journal. Just attached some lace down the side, and I just folded it into 3 there as more journaling space. And I've just paper clipped that on to the edge like that. And then another journaling page there. Then on this page, we've got another pocket here with another, oh no, it's not a flip. It's not a flip. It's a pull out. But it looks like a flip because I kind of tucked it in hanging out. Again, this has become torn during the coffee dyeing process. That doesn't worry me. I think it kind of makes it feel quite vintage, but you know, I do want to point these things out. So that just tucks in there, and then we've got another photograph up there. So I love how this page looks, just simple but lovely. And then just a very kind of simple journaling card or tag, depending on what you would want to call it. And I just thought that was really nice in there. Then this other image is also a pocket, and you've just got another journaling card popped in there. You've got some velvet trim at the top and a bow. Lace trim down here with some Diamante. And then down here, or sorry, over here, we've got a sheet music pocket with one of those little doobry things holding this little flap closed. So you've got a flap there, so more journaling space. And then you've got this piece here. Love how this looks. Just, I always just love the black lace and things. It looks so striking. That just holds that closed. And then just tucked in there, again, I think maybe I did make these on video, and this is just a kind of journaling card there with some bits layered up, so journaling on the back. That just tucks in like that. Then on this page, you've just got this big lace kind of pocket, and I just again made a kind of faux journal, I suppose. Very tiny, you know, but just with some extra journaling space with some more scraps. That just goes in there. And then over the page, I've just got another one of my little edge trims that we did a tutorial on, more journaling space. Then on this one, you've just got a little pocket. So you've got a pocket here, and then you've got a pocket in the back as well. So that's that one. And then here, this is another craft card piece, which again, I just used an image from Vintage magazine or Vintage book actually, but I just put it on there for decorative purposes and then just left the back plain, so you've got a journaling page on the back. So I just thought that was a kind of nice detail and went just perfectly in here. More journaling page there, and then on the back of there I've just stitched some upholstery fabric around, and then I glued that onto the page with lots of lace details, and tucked in there I just made this really nice big like journaling card or tag. Absolutely love how that looks. Now I'm going to just add a little bit of glue down here because I don't really like it, you know, when the lace kind of gets curled up and folds over in the pocket, so I'd rather have it really glued down. So that just goes in there. Then going over the page, another journaling page there, and then clipped on you've just got this is an actual vintage envelope which I layered up with various things. It's actually currently empty, but you know, of course you could again use it in this journal, or of course you could, you know, move it into another journal if you wanted. Then more journaling pages, and again another sort of journaling page there. Now this one, again, this is an actual pocket, which I just thought, being a giant pocket, we could just actually use this as a journal page. So I've covered the back with some, you know, plain paper. I've added like a fabric tip in there with some pearly trim across the top, a journaling space here, and then, whoops, going over, we've just got obviously some pockets going on here. So you've got a pocket here with a vintage copy of a vintage letter, which has all been coffee dyed. Feels and looks really vintage. And then tucked in there, you've just got, again, another copy of a vintage photograph, and then just the clock there. So you've got a double pocket. Then on the next page, you've got a butterfly, which is kind of doubled up there. This was from my new butterfly punch from Laura. So love that butterfly punch. But other than that, another plain page for journaling. And then on this page, I love how this page looks. Again, I've got a kind of fabric tip in at the top, just going over slightly. And then this is a pocket with just a little journaling card in there. And then this one here, this is a sort of coin envelope. Again, it's made actually from file folder. And in there, it's quite tight to get it out, but you've got a little journaling card just tucked in there. So that just goes in there. I don't think that's a pocket. No, that one's not a pocket. That one's just on the page. And then you've just got some velvet trim and some Diamante down there. And then going over the page, no, that's still not the last page yet. So going over the page, we've got lace trim down here. We've got this kind of, what do you call it, foldy flip piece with some string there holding it closed. So that just opens out. You've got lots of decorative bits. And obviously some lace and bling. Love how that looks, and I do love kind of string in my journals and tying things up. So just tie that like that. And obviously if you didn't like the string, you could always cut that off and, you know, paper clip it closed or something if you prefer. And then tucked in there, I've just got a file folder. So just made this file folder, layered up some bits, and then tucked in there is another journaling card. That just goes in, whoops, there like that. And then behind there, we've just got another kind of layered up pocket with, again, just a journaling card tucked in there. And that just goes in, whoops, in there like that. And then this page, we've got this lovely foldy kind of flip matchbox booklet. I can't say that ever, sorry. Matchbox booklet. So this just kind of tucks in here. So when you open it, you've got more journaling space. Close it down and it's a top loading pocket. So again, I've just used one of my certificates of baptism there. And what I did, I just attached this piece here, folded it kind of in three, but not equally, and then just tucked that behind there as a sort of closure. So it just holds it all closed. Just some lace up here, and this is all some vintage sheet music that's on that page. And then you've got some bling at the top, a dictionary definition, and some lace and some stamping and things. And all of these pages, the thicker pages for the embellishments, they're all made from either scrapbook paper or, you know, other paper, which have been folded and stitched. So they're really nice and thick to hold all of the embellishments on. So on this page, we've just got a foldy double tag booklet. Let me move this over a bit. So you've got pocket here and then a pocket here with a couple of bits in there. Again, some vintage sheet music down here, one of my number tabs, some velvet ruffle, and then lots of things going on the front of that tag with some lace and bling and what have you. And then this, finally, we're on the inside of the back cover. You've got some lace trim and a bow. And then again, another sheet music. Oh, no, it's not a sheet music, sorry. Another pocket, and it's been collaged up with some sheet music. Another one of my zigzag, you know, trim things on the paper bag. Little clustery bit there, and then tucked in here again you've just got another one of those coin envelopes with just a sort of journaling card in there. That just goes in like that. And I mean, this, I love how this coin envelope looks with all the bits and bobs all layered up on there and the stamping. It's just, yeah, really, really nice. So that just goes in like that. And as I say, then we're back to the back, which is just then the plain kind of lace. So then the closure wraps round, as I say. So just wrap that round like that. And then we just clip the border clip across to the lace like that. So yeah, so that's my first video. I do have some other things, as I say, but I will probably have to now have a bit of water and then come back and do video 2, I'm afraid. So yeah, so I will hopefully see you shortly. So thank you so much for watching, and obviously the links for my shop are below. And yeah, you know, have fun if you head over and have a browse around. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.